The Rich Rabbit.
Coming from a small nation of Serbia, who would have thought Novak Djokovic will once rule the world of tennis and will be one of the most feared players in the history of the sport? They say that you either win or you learn, and that's exactly what Djokovic did. He did see early knockouts in initial stages of his career, but he never gave up. He kept on learning from his mistakes, and most importantly, he improved after every defeat and went on to become world number one. Please allow us to take you on the wonderful journey of Serbian wonderkid Novak Djokovic, a roller coaster ride of epic proportions. Djokovic is a Serbian professional tennis player who has a net worth of around $220 million. Over the years, Djokovic has emerged as one of the best tennis players of all time, after a career filled with impressive victories. In 2016, he became the first ever player to hold all 4 major titles on 3 different surfaces. He's also the only male tennis player to have won all 9 Masters 1000 tournaments. Over the course of his career, the Serbian has been the top-ranked player by the ATP on 5 separate occasions. Djokovic is famous for his rivalry with Rafael Nadal, and the two players have produced some of the most entertaining matches in tennis history. Since turning pro in 2003, Djokovic has won more than $145 million in tournament prize money. That makes him the highest earning tennis player of all time in terms of on-court earnings. In 2011, Djokovic set a new record for the most prize money won in a single season, raking in $12 million. In 2012, Novak signed a 5-year brand ambassador deal with Uniqlo that was reportedly worth €8 million a year. In addition, Djokovic has signed deals with brands such as Mercedes-Benz and Seiko. In 2017, he ended his deal with Uniqlo and became a brand ambassador for Lacoste. Between June 2017 and 18, Djokovic earned $24 million from his salary and endorsements, while in the period from June 2018 to 19, he earned a whopping $50 million. Similarly, between June 2019 and 2020, he earned $45 million. When Novak won Wimbledon in July 2019, it brought his total career earnings to $133 million. And that was enough to beat the previous record held by the man he defeated, Roger Federer, who had earned a lifetime sum of $124 million. As of now, he has earned $144 million in tournament prizes alone, topping Federer's $129 million. The vast majority of his earnings each year come from endorsements with brands like Peugeot and Lacoste. His Lacoste deal alone pays 8 figures annually. Now let's take a look at his early life. Novak Djokovic was born on 22nd of May 1987 in Belgrade, Serbia. He was raised alongside 2 brothers. Djokovic first started playing tennis at the age of 4. As a 6-year-old, Djokovic caught the eye of Jelena Jančić, who immediately saw the young boy's potential. Over the next 6 years, Jančić personally trained Djokovic until she sent him to Germany to train under Nikola Pilic. He trained for 4 years at Pilic's academy, beginning his junior career partway through his tennis education. Djokovic turned pro in 2003, but he didn't make his first Grand Slam appearance until 2005, after qualifying for the Australian Open. That year, he also performed well at Wimbledon and at the US Open. By 2006, he had reached the top 40 of the world rankings. And that year, he won his first ATP title at the Dutch Open. A further win at the Moselle Open put Djokovic in the top 20. In 2007, Djokovic broke into the top 10 for the first time. That year, he stunned tennis fans by beating Andy Roddick, Nadal, and Federer to win the Rogers Cup. At the time, those were the top 3 ranked players in the world. In 2008, he won his first major title with victory at the Australian Open. And to finish off the year in style, Djokovic won an Olympic bronze medal and his first Tennis Masters Cup title. In 2009, Djokovic consolidated his position as the third-ranked tennis player in the world after reaching 10 finals and winning 5 titles. 2010 was another successful year for the Serb, and by 2011, he had claimed the #1 spot on the world rankings for the first time. That year, he won a total of 10 tournaments, including the Australian Open, Wimbledon, and the US Open. Although a back injury led to a disappointing end to the season, various commentators called Djokovic's accomplishments that year one of the most impressive achievements in sporting history. Djokovic came back strong in 2012, winning the Australian Open once again. After another impressive season, he finished the year strong by beating Nadal at the 2012 ATP World Tour Finals. Once again, he finished the year in the top spot. 2013 saw Djokovic win the Australian Open once again, although he would eventually concede the #1 ranking to Nadal a year later. And that year, a wrist injury hampered his success, but he returned to beat Nadal at Wimbledon to reclaim the #1 world ranking. His accomplishments in 2015 contributed to what many consider to be one of the greatest tennis seasons of all time. In addition to winning a vast number of titles, Djokovic produced a memorable victory over Nadal at the French Open. In 2016, his lead in points over his rivals was becoming almost unassailable, and that year he won all 4 major tournaments, completing what the media call the Noel Slam. That being said, various defeats that year had Djokovic finishing with second place ranking. 2017, however, was somewhat disappointing for the Serb, as he was defeated by a player ranked outside of the top 100 at the Australian Open. Intent on finding a winning edge, Djokovic fired his entire coaching staff and hired American Andre Agassi as his new coach. Unfortunately, he then missed most of the season due to an elbow injury. In 2018, he underwent surgery on his elbow partway through the season. That year, he returned to form and won the Golden Masters. As if there was ever a doubt, he eventually returned to the #1 spot on the world rankings. In 2019, he won the Australian Open and Wimbledon. As of 2020, Djokovic is the top-ranked tennis player in the world. Now, with his fascinating career out of the way, let's discuss some of his properties. The Serbian legend's houses are located in Europe and North America. He lives in Monte Carlo, Monaco, and also spends time at his Belgrade penthouse. Besides all that, Djokovic owns a luxurious mansion in Miami and in a few other countries. The 16-time Grand Slam champion owns a hillside mansion in Monte Carlo, Monaco. The house faces the Mediterranean waters and incorporates a large library. He once revealed his choice to stay in Monte Carlo and mentioned why he prefers to live there. Monte Carlo is home to many tennis professionals. The region is considered as the high-profile tax haven because of its personal and business tax laws and policies. These policies are extremely soft as compared to the rest of the world. It levies no income tax, and numerous wealthy athletes prefer living in Monte Carlo as they enjoy plenty of economic benefits. The Serbian ace owns Beach Villa in the elite residential complex of Miami's 87 Parks in Florida, US. The building has an eco-conscious glass structure that talks a lot about Novak's preference for a clean and sustainable lifestyle. His Miami condo is full of peace and serenity. It is free from the hustle of South Beach. The luxury building has a panoramic ocean view with its interiors designed by Artie AI. Djokovic also bought a penthouse in New Belgrade, which is worth more than €500,000. He spends his summertime with his family in the Serbian capital. The luxurious villa is built on the shores of Pavlovac Lake. The building extends over 250 meters high. It has 3 bedrooms, a big living room, a kitchen, and 3 baths. Not to mention a dining room, a guest bath, and a spacious parking lot. On the terrace, the property has a swimming pool. Djokovic bought a 2-bedroom apartment in Manhattan in New York. The property costs about several million euros. in Tivat, Porto Montenegro. Djokovic owns a duplex, and according to reports, he also owns a property in Marbella, Spain. He bought a luxurious Manhattan 60 yacht for $2.5 million in 2009, but it seems he has since sold it. He used to be sponsored by Peugeot and has been seen driving a Tesla Model X. He also reportedly likes Audi and Mercedes-Benz. The tennis star has often been spotted in the Audi R8 model, worth approximately £125,000. Djokovic met his wife Jelena Ristic in high school. He later started dating her in 2005. The couple was married in 2014, and that year they had their first child. They later had another child in 2017. He's also friends with Ana Ivanovic, a Serbian tennis player who he has known since childhood. Outside of tennis, Djokovic is an avid football fan. And for the Americans out there, that's soccer. He's also known to meditate for up to an hour per day and is a member of the Serbian Orthodox Church. Throughout his tennis journey, Djokovic has tasted both victory and defeat. Yet, after every setback, he has always found a way to pick himself up. He improves his game and passionately moves forward to achieve his goals and dreams. His ability to remain at the top of the extremely competitive world of professional tennis is a testament to his dedication, work ethic, and most importantly, his focus on life off the court. Hey, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon so you get notified whenever we upload our next video. Your valuable suggestions are very important to us, so do post them in the comment section.